island. I humbly ask for your vote for strong families and a strong Guam.
Viva Regine!
Create new jobs and business opportunities. Continue shaping a smaller and more efficient government. Bring the highest honor and respect to our veterans. Protect life. These are some of the most important tenets of the Republican Party of Guam, and you will see these values in action with a new Republican majority in the legislature and a Republican in Congress. It's time to change the voice. For the good of the people, it's time to vote Republican.
This lineup is brought to you by IT&E, Life in Motion. Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E Life in Motion. KUAM News Headlines is presented by Calvo's Insurance, a legacy of trust, serving Micronesia since 1938. Matson Navigation, serving Guam and Micronesia for 20 years. Cars Plus, Dodge Challenger, the undisputed champion. IP&E, fueling excellence. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. Pacific Solar and King's Restaurant, located in Tamuning and Dededo. Always open, always local.
From Detroit to Guam, the local Catholic Church gets a new shepherd, but they're also getting slapped with another lawsuit. And top military officials from the mainland and the Republic of Korea are on Guam. Hafaday and good evening. A new leader and a new lawsuit for the embattled Archdiocese of Agana. While many of you were sleeping last night, the Vatican announced the appointment of an Archbishop Coadjutor from Detroit. Many of you may ask, what does that mean? During a press conference at the cathedral this morning, it was made clear that a bishop from Michigan will be sent to Guam to take over as the head of the local Catholic Church.
It may be Archbishop Anthony Apron's birthday, but it's Detroit Bishop Michael Burns who's celebrating. The Pope appointed him as the successor to lead the Archdiocese of Agana.
It's all happened very quickly, believe me.
Bishop Burns says he found out about the appointment 2 weeks ago, met with the Pope last Friday, and the announcement was officially made Monday night. In a press conference held by the local archdiocese on Tuesday, Apostolic Administrator Archbishop Savio Hantai Fai says this appears to be a permanent solution amid the controversy involving Archbishop Apron, who as of June was removed of pastoral governance over the local church.
In this appointment, the Holy Father has expressly granted His Excellency Monsignor Burns all the faculties, rights, and obligations of the Archbishop of Agana.
Archbishop Hahn confirmed the process to find a new archbishop started last year, shortly after his visit to Guam. Bishop Burns says he will permanently move to Guam in January, but will pay a visit to the island in late November. He adds he is aware of the issues confronting the local church, such as the allegations of sexual molestation, the question of ownership at the Redemptorist Mater Seminary, and divisions in the church involving the neo-catecumενal way.
I don't want to come with any preconceived notions about what I will, how will I handle this until I see the situation for myself. And that's the only way for me to get a grasp of it. I know that there's a division and a faction, and my heart is sad for that, but I know there's some way. I mean, if we believe, if Jesus is the Lord, then He's the Lord of all of us. And so we'll sort this out as Christians.
Archbishop Hahn is expected to stay in Guam to help with the transition of leadership.
As we noted earlier, today is Apron's 71st birthday. According to Bishop Burns, all bishops must offer their resignation at 75. You can watch the entire interview with Bishop Burns on our website. Additionally, you can also watch the live stream of the press conference with the Archdiocese on our Facebook page. And while the local Archdiocese got the good news about its new shepherd, it also got some bad news that it's being taken to court for a second time. Crystal Paco has more.
It's a first for Guam and likely not the last.
The lawsuits will cause the church to remove the cancer caused by these pedophile priests and restore the Catholic Church to its rightful glory.
On Tuesday, Roland Sondia, Roy Quintanilla, Walter Denton, and Leo Tudela filed a lawsuit against the Archdiocese of Agana, Archbishop Anthony Apron, and former Guam priest Father Louis Brouillard. Each of the plaintiffs is represented by attorney David Lujan, who says he anticipates another dozen alleged victims to file suit in coming weeks. The action was made possible through Bill 326, which was signed into law last month and lifts the civil statute of limitations for child sex abuse cases. The legislation wasn't well received by the Archdiocese of Agana, who predicted the unlimited financial liabilities would result in bankruptcy, school closures, and end vital community services.
The lawsuits will not result in the destruction of the church. After all, the church has outlived every empire and civil government known to man. The church will reform itself and become even greater.
The civil suit demands for jury trial of 6 and lists damages for child sexual abuse, negligence, negligent supervision, negligent hiring and retention, and breach of fiduciary duty and confidential relationship. It doesn't, however, list how much relief plaintiffs are seeking in monetary damages. As we reported, Sondia, Quintanilla, and Denton alleged they were molested by Apron decades ago while serving as altar boys at Mount Carmel Church in Agate. At a public hearing in support of Bill 326, Tudela testified he was sexually abused by Father Brouillard, who in a later interview with KUAM confessed to molesting several boys while on Guam. He has since moved to Minnesota but continues to receive monthly stipends from the Archdiocese of Agana. The civil suit follows a defamation suit also against the Archdiocese of Agana and Apron. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Crystal Paco.
Crystal, as the Archdiocese of Agana issued a statement late this afternoon in response to the civil suit, quote, "We are taking specific steps to address this issue, including the establishment of a victim support group and the setting up of a trust fund to address the needs of the survivors of clergy sexual abuse. If you are a victim, you're urged to call Sexual Abuse Response Coordinator Deacon Len Storr at 727-7373. That number once again is 727-7373. All calls will be kept confidential." Not everyone, in the meantime, is pleased with the new bishop designee for the Archdiocese of Agana. According to attorney David Lujan, he's offended by Rome's pick for the territory.
A white person at that, to send that person to Guam, really to sort of shepherd us when we've got numerous brown priests that, were born here, that grew up here, that know the people of Guam and, are part of the people of Guam, whether they be Chamorros or Filipinos. But, we have more than enough qualified leadership in the local clergy, really, who Rome should have contemplated.
Meanwhile, the concerned Catholics of Guam say they are supportive and cautious. CCOG President Dave Sablon tells KUM they look forward to meeting the new bishop, but remain concerned that Apron has not been laicized. Also commenting on Burns' appointment is Jungle Watch blogger Tim Rohr, who tells KUM that Rome realizes Apron is incapacitated and incapable, and confirmation that Apron is out. While his whereabouts remain unknown, Archbishop Anthony Apron still has an opportunity to clear his name of allegations of child molestation. According to Guam's Apostolic Administrator Savio Hantai Fai, the process is moving forward and a canonical trial will be held in the Vatican.
They just formed all the conditions for the trial, so I'm going to receive some news, some updates later.
KUM did ask Bishop Burns what would happen if Apron was cleared of any wrongdoing. Bishop Burns said he didn't know the answer to that question. Top United States and Republic of Korea military officials are in Guam in response to continued threats by North Korea. Isabaza has more.
Whether it's air support or troops on the ground, the United States will do whatever it takes to ensure continued regional security amid heightened nuclear threats from North Korea. That according to Commander of the United States Forces Korea, General Vincent Brooks. He's in Guam along with 39th Chairman of the Republic of Korea Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Sun Lin Lee, to discuss extended nuclear deterrence.
한미동맹은 We solemnly warn North Korea that if it does not abandon its nuclear, WMD, and ballistic missile program, it will come to its self-destruction.
North Korea's provocations, threats, and nuclear tests represent an unacceptable escalation and setting conditions for instability on the Korean Peninsula and in Northeast Asia.
Officials confirmed that the visit was in response to the 5th nuclear test by North Korea earlier this year. Officials visited the Terminal High Altitude Area Defense Battery earlier today, as well as B-1 bombers on Andersen Air Force Base. According to Brooks, both the THAAD B-1s and the ballistic submarine, which stopped in Guam on Monday, are assets that are part of the deep arsenal of capabilities that can be used in defense of a nuclear attack from North Korea. General Lee.
The Rocket Alliance has the resolve and sufficient capability to respond immediately against any and all provocations from North Korea, and we agreed to strengthen our cooperation in various areas.
There should be no doubt, especially in the minds of those in North Korea who would seek to do our nation's harm, that in a time of crisis, I will call on these capabilities to join our operations in the waters around the Korean Peninsula and the airspace above it, and if necessary, on the landmass of the Korean Peninsula.
The official said the ROK-U.S. alliance is unsinkable, and they will work together to deliver an effective and overwhelming response to any provocation, not only against South Korea, but against Guam and the United States. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Isa Baza.
Still to come on Guam's news leader waiting for a COLA check. We'll have an update next. And there's a new deputy at DEPCOR. Stay tuned. You're watching KUAM.
There are more ways to experience KUAM news than any other source on Guam. Download the KUAM News app for your Apple or Android device for 24/7 news, sports, videos, weather, streaming with KUAM radio, and important news alerts. And stay connected at home with Guam's first app for Apple TV. All available now from the App Store.
Have you gotten paid yet? That's the premium automatic insurance deduction plan from Calvo's Insurance. Paid simplifies your home and auto insurance. No down payment. No more long lines. And you can stretch your payments up to 12 months. Paid is convenient. It deducts from your payroll, your checking account, or your credit card. With Paid, you get up to 65% off your car insurance and enjoy lifestyle club discounts. Life can be easier when you get paid.
Call Calvo's Insurance today and save on your home and auto insurance.
Hi, I'm interested in one of your new Samsung devices.
I have the one just for you.
We're increasing the amount of 4G LTE data on our new rate plans, giving people more of what they want to do more of the things they want.
So what do you think?
Nice.
Good, I'm Joe T. St. Augustine, currently serving you as the Governor of Guam Retirement Board Chairman. I was a 10-term senator and served 3 of those terms as Speaker. I humbly ask for your vote to support my son, Joe S. St. Augustine, for Senator, to carry the legacy to serve our people of Guam in the legislature. Thank you.
The UOG Guam Small Business Development Center and the Guam Women's Chamber of Commerce present the 2016 Bank of Guam Women in Business Conference, Aspire, Build, Connect, Export with E-Commerce from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Thursday, November 10th at the Westin Resort Guam, featuring Trisha Altana with Altana Solutions and mini workshops by other successful local women e-commerce entrepreneurs. $35 per person includes lunch and refreshments. Visit us at pacificsbdc.com or call 735-2590 for details.
I'm voting for Tommy Morrison because he knows how important technology is in keeping our families safe and making government services more efficient.
I'm voting for Tommy Morrison because our families must have a real voice in deciding how our communities should be developed.
We're supporting Tommy Morrison because he delivers for young athletes like us.
We're voting for Tommy Morrison because as an athlete himself, he knows what it takes to keep our families engaged in safe and healthy activities.
I am Tommy Morrison, and I humbly ask for your vote.
Half a day, I'm Dr. Michael Cruz, and I'd like to talk to you about a candidate I believe in, Fernando Estevez. As a combat medic, Fernando is one of the only candidates who has real working experience and knowledge to try to help find solutions to our ongoing problems in healthcare. He has the heart of a soldier, a mind of a leader. Please vote for Fernando Barcinas Estevez.
I'm Fernando Estevez, and I approve this message.
Connect with KUAM News. Find us on your favorite social media platform. Follow us and stay in the know with Guam's news leader.
Still no word on when a public hearing will be held on the bill of particulars outlining why John Fernandez was terminated as superintendent of the Department of Education. But his attorney David Lujan is ready to defend him.
Believe me, there's absolutely no truth to the allegations, and we'll show it. It's all a matter of time. We're just waiting for our opportunity to do that.
By majority vote of Guam Education Board members, Fernandez was terminated, but the board hasn't told the public why because the details are supposed to be confidential. KUAM has sent a Freedom of Information request to the Department of Education for information related to this case. That was more than a week ago, and we are still waiting for our documents. Thousands of Government of Guam retirees and survivors should have received their annual COLA checks in the mail already. GovGuam Retirement Fund Director Paula Blah says more than 7,000 checks were sent in the mail last Thursday, following the governor's order to release more than $15 million in the annual payment of cost of living allowances. Blah says each check is valued at $2,000. She adds, if you're expecting a COLA check and don't receive it soon, call the Retirement Fund. Their number 475-8900. The Department of Corrections has a new deputy director. Guam State Clearinghouse Administrator Kate Baltazar was appointed and started her first day last Monday. She's worked in social services and nonprofit grant management since 2003 and served as a member of the board of directors for several nonprofit groups. Baltazar is also Guam's first state director for West Care Foundation, a national nonprofit behavioral health group. Baltazar has been the administrator of the Guam State Clearinghouse under the Lieutenant Governor's office for over 4 years. She's also the secretary for the Republican Party of Guam. An early Christmas gift for GPA to the Transmission and Distribution Division. Management turned over the keys to 3 new $200,000 bucket trucks. The so-called cherry pickers can reach as high as 55 feet and are used for repair and maintenance of overhead lines to installation of new streetlights. Utilities Commission Chairperson Joey Duenas says the T&D crews are GPA's front line.
We have to continually replenish. We have an important job. These guys cannot fail every minute of the day, so they need to have the best equipment at their disposal.
GPA will add 3 more new bucket trucks early next year to replace units scheduled for salvage. They also purchased a new crane and trailer. Tomorrow, thousands of the island's faithful will make their way to Guam cemeteries to remember their loved ones who've passed as part of All Souls Day. Catholic Cemeteries Interim Administrator, once again Joey Duenas, says special masses will be held in honor of the deceased.
They're not gone. They're still our family members. They don't cease to exist. And that's really the message that I think we want to put out as a Catholic faith community. And we have cemeteries, we have masses at all the cemeteries, both the Catholic cemeteries and the private cemeteries.
And just as the upkeep and cutting of grass continues to be a challenge for the Catholic cemeteries, Duenas reminds visitors to please not leave any trash and be cautious of heavy traffic. Mass at the Pigo Cemetery will begin at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Stay tuned. Sports is next.
Senator Brant McCready continues to address issues head-on that matter most to the people of Guam. Senator McCready has fought to reduce senatorial salaries since his first term in 2013. He fought to eliminate wasteful spending at the legislature by introducing a measure that would prohibit the use of government funds for travel. Senator McCready continues to invest in public safety by introducing legislation to hire 200 new police officers to protect and serve our community. Senator McCready fights for victims of violent crimes by introducing the Vulnerable Victims Act of 2014 and Three Strikes Law. In addition, he defends victims of sexual abuse with the Predator Prevention Act and the Chemical Castration for Sex Offenders Act of 2015. Senator Brant McCready works to protect your family and Guam's future.
Vote for your public safety senator, number 10 on the Republican ballot.
Create new jobs and business opportunities. Continue shaping a smaller and more efficient government. Bring the highest honor and respect to our veterans. Protect life. These are some of the most important tenets of the Republican Party of Guam, and you will see these values in action with Republican mayors in every village and a Republican in Congress. It's time to change the voice. For the good of the people, it's time to vote Republican.
At Project Carinu, we work with young children from birth through 5 years of age to improve their social and emotional well-being. We're part of Guam's system of care, and partnering with other programs, your child is our focus.
Project Carinu helped us address our son's social issues. With the different services provided by Project Carinu, our son can express himself more clearly.
Chuck E. Cheese's Guam is not all fun and games. Our pizza is delicious with the freshest toppings, oven-baked to order. Try the fresh salad bar, sandwiches, and don't forget our mouth-watering wings. Come and eat at Chuck E. Cheese's Guam.
This is what precision looks like, helping you see what's hard to see, thanks to Terrain Denali's Side Blind Zone Alert that uses radar to watch your blind spots. So it's true, Mom does have eyes in the back of her head. The new, meticulously crafted 2016 Terrain Denali. From GMC, this is the precision of professional grade.
Visit AutoSpot GMC today for great offers. We are your GMC dealer of Guam.
KUAM Sports is presented by Triple J.
Off today, Guam, Chris Barnett with that Halloween candy hangover. Let's get right to it, man. Special Koku Road Race crazy going on right now on KUAM Sports, proudly brought to you by Triple J. Hundreds of kiddos turning out for the 10th Koku Kids Fun Run Saturday at the Governor Joseph Flores Memorial Park in Tumon. A plethora of costume kids crossed the Koku finish line with Robert Ellis and Moeko Shibui taking first in the 3K. That was for 10 to 12-year-olds, with both kids running an 11:44 race. Justin Lee and Sophia Maddox took first in their divisions in the 2K for 7 to 9-year-olds with times of 9 minutes 53 seconds and 10:05 respectively. In the 1K for the Dikiki 4 to 6-year-olds, Jack Ferguson and Jasmine Belishev took first each of the boys and girls divisions with times of 5:24 and 5:44. Koku kids were treated to trick-or-treat goodie bags, a mask, a finisher's medal, and Koku shirts, as well as a post-race Halloween-themed party.
Yesterday we had the Koku Kids Run. Great turnout. We had over 300 kids come out and do the race. A lot of fun. Everybody had fun. Lots of kids running in costume. Had some really inspirational athletes out there. It's always good to see kids out there running in the morning and dressing up for Koku weekend.
Over 1,500 runners come out for the 11th Guam Koku Road Race, with runners from Japan, Korea, Taiwan, Hong Kong, Norway, Australia, India, and the Philippines taking on the half marathon, 10K, and the Ekiden Relay.
You know, one of the great things about this morning is that when runners finish, they're going to be greeted by the Phoenix Stage Band right at the finish. So everybody loves the Phoenix Stage Band. And then once they're done with that, they'll make their way through. They'll get their finisher medal. They've already got their event shirt, so a lot of them will be wearing that. And then they make their way down and they get GVB sunglasses that are being provided by the Guam Visitors Bureau.
Results from the half marathon. Japan takes both top male and female spots, with Taisuke Ueda taking men's first overall with a time of 1:13.25, and Asuka Takagi taking first in the female with a 1:24.26 time. Locally, Charlie Epperson, fifth overall, and Christina Ingvarsson, sixth female overall, took first male and female in the half. 10K results, it was Japan again taking top honors with Kenta Tagashi, a time of 37 minutes, 11 seconds, and Manami Ijima at 41:10. In the Ekiden relay, of course, shout out to our very own KUAM Koku Crazies, Isabaza, Crystal Paco, Victorious Falana, and yours truly. Hey, we didn't win, but we finished. It was the Run Guam Elite team taking first in the Ekiden relay with a combined time of 1 hour, 16 minutes, and 1 second. Done, son, with the KUAM Coco Crazies. I went first. I was lucky. It was dark, a little bit humid, but I really feel for these guys because it just got hotter as the race went on.
I can tell you the waiting game, waiting for your turn to go has just built up the anxiety. And then for me, JFK Hill, it never gets any easier.
Well, for me, it's the fact that your teammates are waiting for you at the end of the line for that baton change. So that kept me going, knowing that my team's waiting for me.
I definitely also had a lot of anxiety waiting for my last leg. I thought it was going to be really hot, but luckily, as you can see, it started raining. So rain or shine, we were out there. We got this, Guam. Good job, team.
Well, some great costumes on race day, with over $3,000 in cash given out to both soloists and teams in the Guam Koku Road Race Costume Contest. Hey, I apologize, Guam. I'm sorry. I didn't just win that. Hey, Monday Night Football, the Bears 2010 over the Vikings. And with that, you guys keep on shining, Guam. My name is Chris Barnett with KUAM Sports, proudly brought to you by Triple JJJ. Adios!
The 5th annual Fall Fiesta is on at Nissan. The Versa Note is one of the coolest cars under $18,000 and fuel efficient too, getting up to 40 mpg. For $76 per pay period, you won't find another car in Guam that offers so much for so little. Affordability doesn't have to be boring. The cool Versa Note, starting as low as $76 per pay period. At Nissan, we offer award-winning cars, exceptional service, and best customer experience guaranteed. Get all the details at Nissan Upper Tumon.
As our delegate to Congress, Madeline Berdallo has been a champion for Guam and has worked every day to improve our island.
In 2005, Madeline passed legislation that made all of Guam a federal hub zone. This has allowed me to compete for federal contracts and expand my business. She understands how hard it is for small businesses and that we contribute immensely to our local economy. I know my business wouldn't be where it is today without her leadership in Congress.
Madeline is always listening to the veterans. Whenever we have a problem, I know that we can go to her and she will immediately get to work. She got the money to build our clinic and she is working to expand it and get more doctors for us. She is fighting for legislation that could upgrade some veterans' medals to the Medal of Honor.
Madeline Berdallo has a strong record of results for Guam. Let's build on the progress she has made and re-elect her as our voice in Congress.
I'm Madeline Berdallo, and I approve of this message.
Day. I am Narissa Underwood. On November 8th, we will see a long ballot of names for senator. We must also remember that opportunity, progress, courage, and commitment are also on the ballot. I hope that I earned your trust during the past 2 years and that I have demonstrated enough courage and commitment to earn your vote again. Please vote for me.
Paid for by the Committee to Elect NBU. Ricardo Bordalio, Treasurer.
This is Narissa Underwood, and I approve this ad.
My name is Frank B. Elgin Jr., and I approve this message. This election is about everyday people like you and me. It is about building a stronger, more reliable government that serves you, that puts your interests first and puts special interests aside, whose leaders defend and protect you, keeping all of your family strong, healthy, and prepared. I see freedom in a government destined to determine its future, a future that belongs to everyday people just like you and me. On November 8th, I humbly ask for one of your votes. Thank you. Undangkulo na si Zeus Masi, and maraming salamat po.
Hafaday, I'm Chris Duenas. During Guam's coastal cleanup, over 25,000 pounds of garbage was picked up along our roadways and beaches in just 4 hours. Like you, I believe enough is enough. As your senator, I will introduce the Respeta y Tenota program, which will allow for low to no cost trash cart service as well as recycle bins. Let's clean up Guam together, for us and for the millions of tourists we invite to our paradise island. Please vote Chris Duenas, Republican number 6. Thank you, maraming salamat po, and si Zeus Maasi.
Underneath. Yes, Ian. One lesson I've learned from competing for the World Cup is the value of having people around you who work hard, are prepared, and committed to getting the job done. People like Senator Rory Respicio. Every day, he works hard to move our island forward and improve the lives of all the people on Guam. Let's keep him working for us. On November 8th, please join me in voting for Rory J. Respicio. Viva!
I'm Rory Respicio, and I approve this message.
Grandma told me she grew up learning the value of respect for herself and for others. She came from a humble family, and having been taught that respect, it gave her a greater appreciation for the simple things in life. I was brought up that way as well. And it is these values that have always driven my desire to serve the community and what will drive me as your senator.
Guahu si Guadalupe, Cruz Cordero, Pamilya Tanaguan ng Coho. Bota por favor ilayo ang domen alota bini na eleksyon.
I'm Jermaine Alerta, and I approve this message.
For the first time in 27 years, a non-luxury brand has won the prestigious J.D. Power Award for initial quality. And that brand is Kia. That's right, Kia, the automaker that brought you the funky award-winning Soul and the rugged Sportage SUV ranked highest among 33 of the world's best manufacturers. And your new Kia not only comes with award-winning quality, but it's backed up by a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Quality comes standard with every Kia from Triple J. Check out our proud Kia lineup online at triplejguam.com. Get pre-approved instantly. triplejguam.com. Trade-ins welcome. Triple J Auto Group. Customers first.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at your weather forecast. Currently, skies outside our Harmon studios, scattered showers and thunderstorms. They're mostly cloudy. The low temperature for this evening, 79 degrees. Winds east-southeast, about 6 to 9 miles per hour. The outlook for tomorrow, more rainy weather as scattered showers and thunderstorms are in the forecast. Expect it to get up to around 88 degrees and the overnight low 79. As for the next 5 days, more rain in the forecast. Things will start to clear up beginning this Friday, and that is your weather forecast. Before we wrap up the news, here is your latest round of birthday shout-outs from the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club. Happy 4th birthday going out to Lila English from your family. Happy birthday to Judy Castillo from the grandkids, and happy 15th birthday to Rose Kaylani Centeno, and happy 8th birthday to Corey Tidigui from mom and the family. You can be a part of the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club. Just head on over to KUAM.com. Stay tuned. Issa's up next.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E Life in Motion. Health, home, and lifestyle. Presented by Paradise Fitness Center, changing lives since 1996.
Howdy, and welcome to the Health, Home, and Lifestyle edition of KUAM News Extra. I'm Issa Baza, so glad you could join us. Coming up in tonight's show, I tell you about a revolutionary program we've been featuring on this show, Core 6 at Paradise Fitness Center. It's a 6-week program, and I finally completed the final day on Saturday. So stay tuned to hear what our results are for both myself and Chris Barnett. But first, here's this week's Health Check Report with Joan Uggan-Charfris.
Health Check is presented by Island Cancer Center.
This week is Pink Guam Purple Week. The entire community is encouraged to come together once again and send an unwavering message of solidarity and hope. The week began with a kickoff event at the Agana Shopping Center on Sunday. Purple is a signature color for the American Cancer Society Relay for Life, in addition to being the color that represents all cancers. Last November, our entire community, from businesses to Relay for Life teams, demonstrated their support by embracing the color purple. In support of our cancer survivors and their families, they donned purple ribbons and even decorated their offices in purple and encouraged employees to wear purple as well. Hundreds of our island community came out for the launch, as well as had the opportunity to dedicate a butterfly in memory or honor of their loved ones who have been diagnosed with cancer. The beautiful butterflies will be displayed at the Agana Shopping Center's first floor hallway till Saturday. Now, up until Saturday, November 5th, you can paint Guam purple in many ways. Decorate your office in purple. Have employees wear purple. Form the letters HOPE or hope in front of your workplace. Tie purple ribbons on trees around your workplace. Illuminate your building in purple lights. Activities don't need to be elaborate to send a powerful message of hope, but should be visual and engaging in order to encourage others touched by cancer to get involved. Be sure to take and share your photos using hashtag PaintGuamPurple. We want to celebrate the role Relay for Life volunteers like you have played in the fight against cancer. Let's demonstrate our passion and resolve to end this disease. For more information, you can call 477-9451 or head over to their page on Facebook under Relay for Life of Guam. With this week's Health Check Report, I'm Jonathan Charfris.
Health Check is presented by Island Cancer Center.
Thanks, Joan. Stay tuned. We'll have more health, home, and lifestyle after the break.
Health, home, and lifestyle. Presented by Paradise Fitness Center, changing lives since 1996.
Howdy, and welcome to the Health, Home, and Lifestyle edition of KUAM News Extra. I'm Isa Baza, so glad you could join us. Coming up in tonight's show, I tell you about a revolutionary program we've been featuring on this show, Core 6 at Paradise Fitness Center. It's a 6-week program, and I finally completed the final day on Saturday. So stay tuned to hear what our results are for both myself and Chris Barnett. But first, here's this week's Health Check Report with Joan Uggan-Charfris.
Health Check is presented by Island Cancer Center.
This week is Paint Guam Purple Week. The entire community is encouraged to come together once again and send an unwavering message of solidarity and hope. The week began with a kickoff event at the Agana Shopping Center on Sunday. Purple is a signature color for the American Cancer Society Relay for Life, in addition to being the color that represents all cancers. Last November, our entire community, from businesses to Relay for Life teams, demonstrated their support by embracing the color purple. In support of our cancer survivors and their families, they donned purple ribbons and even decorated their offices in purple and encouraged employees to wear purple as well. Hundreds of our island community came out for the launch, as well as had the opportunity to dedicate a butterfly in memory or honor of their loved ones who have been diagnosed with cancer. The beautiful butterflies will be displayed at the Agana Shopping Center's first floor hallway till Saturday. Now, up until Saturday, November 5th, you can paint Guam purple in many ways. Decorate your office in purple. Have employees wear purple. Form the letters HOPE or hope in front of your workplace. Tie purple ribbons on trees around your workplace. Illuminate your building in purple lights. Activities don't need to be elaborate to send a powerful message of hope, but should be visual and engaging in order to encourage others touched by cancer to get involved. Be sure to take and share your photos using hashtag PaintGuamPurple. We want to celebrate the role Relay for Life volunteers like you have played in the fight against cancer. Let's demonstrate our passion and resolve to end this disease. For more information, you can call 477-9451 or head over to their page on Facebook under Relay for Life of Guam. With this week's Health Check Report, I'm Joan Uggan-Charfris.
Health Check is presented by Island Cancer Center.
Thanks, Joan. Stay tuned. We'll have more health, home, and lifestyle after the break. Hafne, and welcome back to Health, Home, and Lifestyle. And of course, I'm here at Paradise Fitness Center with my Core 6 coaches, Des and Greg. So guys, we've been going through this program for the past 6 weeks. Not just all of us, but you guys have been leading the way, giving us instructions on how to get through the course. So we finally wrapped up on Saturday, and so it's been a long journey. What were the kinds of results that you guys saw from our class?
Gosh, again, like previous programs, the results were kind of all over the map. People lost a tremendous amount of inches. People lost a lot of weight, body fat. Some people more than others in some areas, but everyone had results in one way or another.
Definitely. And so can you tell us about what we kind of went through on Saturday, the very last day of the class?
Honestly, Saturday was a very encouraging day. We pretty much redid what we did at the initial orientation. We went over and took the final measurements of the individuals. We also took the weight. We took the after pictures. So, it was kind of just a culmination of everything that we had done in the beginning. And like Des had mentioned, up till now, I still get chills thinking about it. But the results were just, I was completely blown away by a lot of the individuals that came out.
Okay, and I'm sure everyone knows by now about Core 6 is a 6-week fitness program here at Paradise Fitness Center. And so we all go to classes 3 times a week. We have nutritional workshops. We have homework outside of class, and it's a group fitness program. So we're all doing it together, and we're all guided, of course, by our coaches. And so, what were some of the reactions? I know getting into the program, I did the program along with Chris, and, I had done some working out, but Chris wasn't really active, wasn't doing any working out really. And so I think that was the case with a lot of our classmates.
Day. I'm Ben Servino. I was afflicted with polio as a child, but I refused to allow my disability to get in the way of my goals, including serving Guam's most vulnerable, especially children with special needs. I want to be the voice in the legislature for these individuals who aren't looking for pity, just opportunity and not to be forgotten. I'm Ben Servino, your humble public servant, asking for your vote. Tijuas Mas.
Vote Ben Servino for Senator.
For 20 years, Matson has been an important part of our everyday lives. Bringing in the cars we drive, the food we eat, and the materials that helped build our homes. From caring for our land through the Adaki Itano program to generously supporting our local charities, Matson has contributed to the preservation and growth of our island. On behalf of those you've served throughout your 20 years on Guam, Tijuas Mas, Matson.
At Island Cancer Center, we treat our patients and their families like our family. We have all been touched by cancer, and it is important to feel comfortable and secure under the care of our health professionals. You can count on us for skilled cancer specialists, the most advanced cancer-fighting technology on the island, and a commitment to caring for you or your loved one with compassion, respect, and empathy. Our family, treating your family.
Island Cancer Center, located on Guam Medical Plaza. Visit us at islandcancercenter.com or call 646-3363.
Tourism, it's our #1 industry. As Guam's largest employer, tourism supports 20,000 jobs. In fact, 1 out of every 3 jobs is tourism related. Annually, tourism generates over $150 million in tax revenue. Without it, every household would pay an additional $3,100 per year. From real estate to retail, tourism has a positive impact on every industry. Make Guam a better place to live, work, and visit. Support tourism.
Half a day. I am Carmen, mother of Joe San Agustin, a candidate for senator. I am the wife of former Speaker Joe T. San Agustin. Our son Joe has been a public servant as an education board member to as early as a police officer. He wants to take his public service to the next level as senator. Please give him that opportunity. Vote Joe San Agustin. Thank you.
Hafne, and welcome back to Health, Home, and Lifestyle. And of course, I'm here at Paradise Fitness Center with my Core 6 coaches, Des and Greg. So guys, we've been going through this program for the past 6 weeks. Not just all of us, but you guys have been leading the way, giving us instructions on how to get through the course. So we finally wrapped up on Saturday, and so it's been a long journey. What were the kinds of results that you guys saw from our class?
Gosh, again, like previous programs, the results were kind of all over the map. People lost a tremendous amount of inches. People lost a lot of weight, body fat. Some people more than others in some areas, but everyone had results in one way or another.
Definitely. And so can you tell us about what we kind of went through on Saturday, the very last day of the class?
Honestly, Saturday was a very encouraging day. We pretty much redid what we did at the initial orientation. We went over and took the final measurements of the individuals. We also took the weight. We took the after pictures. So, it was kind of just a culmination of everything that we had done in the beginning. And like Des had mentioned, up till now, I still get chills thinking about it. But the results were just, I was completely blown away by a lot of the individuals that came out.
Okay, and I'm sure everyone knows by now, but Core 6 is a 6-week fitness program here at Paradise Fitness Center. And so we all go to classes 3 times a week. We have nutritional workshops. We have homework outside of class, and it's a group fitness program. So we're all doing it together, and we're all guided, of course, by our coaches. And so, what were some of the reactions? I know getting into the program, I did the program along with Chris, and, we hadn't really... I had done some working out, but Chris wasn't really active, wasn't doing any working out really. And so I think that was the case with a lot of our classmates. So for them, a lot of us, it was kind of like a shocker just going through this program. So what were the reactions that you saw from some of the students at the last class when they got their results?
There were so many reactions. People were really surprised. I think they were pleasantly surprised, of course, but I think they weren't expecting to do as well as they did. They, like you mentioned, going into it, they didn't really know what to expect. A lot of them were kind of scared of what the program was going to bring. But at the end, you just saw the smiles in their faces. Some of them, were almost kind of teary-eyed. I'm about to get teary-eyed myself because it really was an emotional day. And it, not only did they change physically, but mentally and emotionally, that you can really, really hear and see the changes in everyone, just as far as their lifestyle. You can tell that this has now become a long-term change for them.
Definitely. And so, just to touch on some of the stories that we've experienced throughout the class, I know you've all just talked with the students, people in the class, people share their stories sometimes on our chat group, which is still going even though the program's over. And so just one quick thing that I saw in one of my past interviews with Uli, before he couldn't even climb the stairs, walk up the stairs, he had difficulty with those things. Now he can do it, no problem. He's gained so much strength. And so that's just one story. Any other stories that stand out to you?
Actually, there's one in particular. He just recently shared his story on the chat, and it's actually one of Greg's clients, so maybe he can touch up a little bit on that.
Okay, yeah, so we have one individual who had started one-on-one personal training with me. He came in with the goal to kind of get into the guard, but he was a little bit overweight, so they kind of told him, you got to come back, lose some weight. So after we started to finish up our personal training sessions, it kind of rolled right into Core 6, and I said, you know what, man, for your goal and just for your best bang for your buck, you might want to jump in on this group training that we're starting. It's fat loss oriented. It'll help prepare you for basic training in terms of like building your strength and endurance. And within the first week, he actually went back to MEPS, and he actually lost 9 pounds from the time that he got kind of like disqualified. So from the beginning, he already was fired up. And then, I mean, I think he ended the program with over 15 pounds lost or something like that. So, I mean, I was really proud. I mean, I know Des too, like just a lot of the things. I mean, even at the final assessment, like a lot of the people, I had to remeasure their measurements, because I would look and I'd be like, oh, no, that's too much. And like, you know, they're looking at me like, I think I was more surprised for them than they were for themselves. So those are the kind of things we kind of experienced on Saturday. So honestly, all in all, it was a pretty good culmination.
Definitely was such a great class. Thank you so much, guys. I definitely want to sign up for future classes. One more story I want to touch on before we, just tease to the next class coming up. And so, we mentioned that not everyone in the class was trying to lose weight. Everyone had different goals, whether they're trying to get stronger and even gain weight. So if people are, want to get healthier and a healthy way to gain weight, this could also be a positive way to do that. Want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. Again, like you mentioned just now, everyone had different goals from the beginning. Some people were trying to put on weight. Some people were trying to lose inches. Some people were just trying to increase endurance. So, again, what we said from the beginning was that that's the nice thing about Core 6 is that it kind of accommodates everyone across the board, all fitness levels. It'll help you with any fitness goal that you have. And we like to train our group as a group, but we also pay attention to individual goals and needs. So that's really what the exciting thing about Core 6 is, and why everyone gets attached and addicted to it.
And of course, what a lot of people have been asking about is, when does the next program start? When should they look out for that?
Well, we have some smaller programs going on just for our current Core 6 program, but there will be a new Core 6 kicking off for the new year. So about mid-January, definitely expect the next Core 6 program.
Okay, and of course, you can find out more information about that here at Paradise Fitness Center. Well, stay tuned to Health, Home, and Lifestyle. Up next, we catch up with Chris and I to find out what our results are for the 6-week program. We're back after this.
IT&E is giving away a trip to Manila, plus other fabulous prizes during our Stay In and Win prepaid promotion. All you have to do is stay in IT&E's 4G LTE network. Keep topping up load, and you're eligible to win. 10 winners will receive a $10 load every Friday during the promotion. Stay in for 3 months, and you can win a 3-month Hulu gift card. Stay in for 6 months, and you're entered to win the grand prize, a trip for 2 to Manila. Terms and conditions apply. See stores for details or visit ite.net. IT&E Motion Prepaid. Life in motion.
As our delegate to Congress, Madeline Berdallo has been a champion for Guam and has worked every day to improve our island.
In 2005, Madeline passed legislation that made all of Guam a federal hub zone. This has allowed me to compete for federal contracts and expand my business. She understands how hard it is for small businesses and that we contribute immensely to our local economy. I know my business wouldn't be where it is today without her leadership in Congress.
Madeline is always listening to the veteran. Whenever we have a problem, I know that we can go to her and she will immediately get to work. She got the money to build our clinic, and she is working to expand it and get more doctors for us. She is fighting for legislation that could upgrade some veterans' medals to the Medal of Honor.
Madeline Berdallo has a strong record of results for Guam. Let's build on the progress she has made and re-elect her as our voice in Congress.
I'm Madeline Berdallo, and I approve of this message.
10 years ago, our government of Guam budget was $500 million. Today, it's $900 million. In a decade, we've nearly doubled how much we spend. And one would think that with that much more money, things would be better. But we still have broken roads. We still have problems with our schools and our hospital. We still have rising utility rates. Why is that? Because our government continues to spend on non-priority areas. The legislature is partly responsible for ensuring that government funds are managed properly. That means no additional spending bills. That means reducing department and agency budgets and directing it to priority areas. That means taking actual government savings and applying it to pay down our debt. The legislature has to make the tough decisions, and those are some ideas I want to bring if given a chance to serve as your senator. This election, I humbly ask for your vote. I'm Jermaine Alerta, and I approve this message.
Hafaday, I am Narissa Underwood. We live in an island based on strong Chamorro roots, combined with other traditions that make us a strong 21st century society. When we face typhoons, wars, family illnesses, or hard times, we are courageous. This is especially true in classrooms. We have caring parents who get their children ready for school and for life every single day. My life's work is in education. My husband's profession is in education, and our mothers were lifelong teachers. My job as a senator is to ensure that today's parents and teachers are supported so that our children will face the future with confidence. I am inspired by the courage and commitment of our elders and by parents and teachers today.
Paid for by the Committee to Elect NBU, Ricardo Bordalio, Treasurer.
This is Narissa Underwood, and I approve this ad.
Underneath. Yes, Ian. One lesson I've learned from competing for the World Cup is the value of having people around you who work hard, are prepared, and committed to getting the job done. People like Senator Rory Respicio. Every day, he works hard to move our island forward and improve the lives of all the people on Guam. Let's keep him working for us. On November 8th, please join me in voting for Rory J. Respicio. Viva!
I'm Rory Respicio, and I approve this message.
Health, Home, and Lifestyle. Presented by Paradise Fitness Center, changing lives since 1996.
Hafaday, and welcome back to Health, Home, and Lifestyle. I'm here at Paradise Fitness Center, where Chris and I are wrapping up Core 6. We finally wrapped up the program on Saturday. And of course, for those who don't know what Core 6 is,
it's a 6-week course that kind of really transforms you, caters to all walks of life, people at different fitness levels. And the coaches use a combination of, strength building and fat burning exercises to whip you into shape over the course of 6 weeks.
and of course, you go to classes 3 times a week. We also have nutritional workshops every couple of weeks. And we do get some guidance from the coaches on what we should be eating, what we shouldn't be eating. We also have homework outside of the class. So it's not just those 3 classes a week. We also have to get active outside of class. So Chris, finally, after 6 weeks, we completed it. What were your results?
I was really shocked. I lost 14 pounds, which was just amazing to me because I guess, seeing myself in the mirror every day, you don't really notice it. But hey, the scale don't lie, you know what I mean? And I lost some inches on my quads, which I know is from doing all those squats. And I lost, I think, like 2.137589 inches off my waist as well, which was great because I could fit into my size 36 jeans now. And I'm really glad I didn't throw them away. I held on to those for a reason. And I told myself that maybe after this class, I'd be able to get into them. So I did that. And then another big change I noticed is when I started Core 6, I had hot dog neck, which is where you have that little hot dog on the back of your neck. And lo and behold, now that's gone. And I feel great. I feel a lot stronger. I'm really more confident. And, one thing I keep forgetting to mention with these interviews is people have a lot of stress factors, things that cause you stress in your life. And, working in media, it's really fast paced. And, I got things that stress me out, and taking Core 6 and, being consistent with workout really helped lower my stress levels. And I find that I'm able to cope with, the daily grind and, things that pop in and out of your life a lot better.
Definitely. And I think that's something that kind of stands out with this program. So I also experienced less stress, but as far as just learning about your body and finding out what your results are and seeing the data firsthand, because in this class, in the beginning orientation, they take all your measurements, they measure your waist, your legs, your arms, they take your body fat, your weight, and then after the course of 6 weeks, they reevaluate that so you can see how far you've come. And so you saw all your data. As for me, I also saw a lot of really awesome results that I wasn't expecting. So I lost 5 pounds, which I think I actually lost a lot more, but I've gained a lot of muscle. So I feel like I've lost a lot of fat on my body, but I just gained a lot of muscle. So even though 5 pounds doesn't seem like a lot, it feels like a lot as far as when I look in the mirror. And also, you mentioned that you held on to a lot of your clothes. So did I. I had a bunch of these size small dresses that I just couldn't fit anymore, but I refused to throw them away. I was like, one day I'm gonna fit them again. And so finally, I actually fit all my clothes again, which is amazing. And as far as body fat, I lost 2% body fat. And so it's been really amazing. I definitely feel a lot more confident. And definitely working in media is really stressful. We have deadlines every day for the 6 o'clock news, but just having something like this to help, it's like a positive outlet to help you relieve that stress and in a positive way that's beneficial to your health, I think was just really amazing. And also having a whole class with you and our coaches, I can't say enough how much we love our coaches, even though Des is like a drill sergeant, but it's totally worth it having someone there to push you.